Your live interactive weather authority coverage will begin shortly. Your live interactive weather authority coverage will begin shortly. Your live weather authority coverage starts right now.
Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great evening. A very snowy evening across the state, of course. We are looking at some pretty heavy snowfall in some parts of the state at the moment. Now, of course, that snow is going to continue as we head through the nighttime tonight. So certainly not the best of nights out there to step outside or get on the roads, of course. We are going to see plowable snow as we head through the nighttime tonight and into tomorrow morning. But the good news is most of this is going to be out of here as we head into early tomorrow morning. I would say before the sun even rises in some cases, probably about 3 to 6 a.m. for much of the state. Now, let's take a look at the time lapse from Naples through the daytime today. And you can see that we did have the clouds out there to start. And, of course, the clouds really was with us throughout a good part of the day, but we did have the sunshine out there as well. And then the snow came in, and we certainly are looking at some pretty heavy snowfall in some parts of the state. And that snow is going to continue as we head again through the nighttime tonight. So here's a live look outside in Naples right now. We are looking at a temperature of 26 degrees out there. And again, the snow is coming down at a pretty good clip. And thankfully, there's not too many people out on the roads. So that is some good news, of course. But this snow, again, is going to come down at a good clip across a good part of the state for tonight. Now, let's get a look at the watches and warnings, or I really should say warnings and advisories across the state. And we do have a winter storm warning that is in effect for much of really the entire southern part of the state, really from the Lewiston, Augusta area, Bangor south down towards the coastline, the down east area, over towards the mid coast, even in southern Maine. We are looking at a winter storm warning, and that runs through 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And then you can see up towards the north, that's where we have the purple shading, and that's where a winter weather advisory is in effect at the moment. And that's where we are expecting a little bit less in the way of snowfall. And I do think that we are still, again, going to see snow up there, but we aren't going to see too much as compared to even areas down towards southern Maine. Now, the satellite and radar right now is certainly looking pretty snowy across the area. However, I do want to point out two things: that we do have some spots that are looking at some heavier snowfall at the moment, and that is for areas like Freiburg right now. As you take a look at the satellite and radar, you can see that dark shading of blue right around that Freiburg area in southern Maine or southern Oxford County. That's where we are looking at some steadier snow at the moment. But you can also see that down towards parts of southern Maine, we do have a little bit of a break in the action. And that is for areas like Portsmouth down through Kittery, Biddeford. You guys are looking at a little bit of a little lighter snow at the moment. And that area that you see right there in southern Maine, that is going, or southern Oxford County, excuse me, I can't get my words out today. Southern York County, that is going to eventually move on up towards the north, but then it will be replaced by some steadier snow that's down to our south. But let's zoom in a little bit closer to areas like Freiburg. Again, we are looking at that heavy band of snow moving through the Freiburg area right now. And if you are traveling along Route 302, you are looking at some pretty heavy snowfall. So that is going to continue as we head through the nighttime tonight. And, you can see that I don't know if you were watching the football game earlier today, but it was snowing pretty hard over towards the Philadelphia area through the afternoon. Now let's zoom out a little bit, and you can see that we do have plenty of snow down to the south. Areas like New York City looking at some snow at the moment, over towards Philadelphia, all of New Jersey, pretty much Connecticut looking at some snow. And this snow is going to, again, continue as we head through the nighttime tonight here in Maine. And it is on the cool side. I don't want to say it's very cold out there, but we do have temperatures right now that are running in the 30s down towards the coastline. We have 30 degrees in Portland, 30 degrees in Sanford, 35 over towards the Wiscasset area. So in some cases, especially where the temperatures are running in the mid 30s, it may have a little bit of a hard time sticking to the roads. But once you get up towards the north, that's where the snow is sticking pretty easily, especially as you head over towards areas like Rangeley and Berlin, where right now the temperature's 19 degrees in Berlin, 18 degrees in the Rangeley area. We're looking at upper 20s for Lewiston, the Freiburg area, 27 degrees, but it has dropped down below that freezing mark in the Portland area and Sanford as well. Now, these temperatures are going to continue to drop as we head through the nighttime tonight. But, another good thing with this system is the wind is not going to be a major factor with this storm. So as we get a look at the wind speeds right now, they're out of the north between, call it, say, 10 to 15 miles per hour for the most part. But that's not a big deal. I mean, we've had, of course, winter storms where we've had wind gusts 50, 60 miles per hour. That is not going to be the case with this system. We are talking wind gusts, I would say 25 to 35 miles per hour at the most. And now these are the sustained winds. So the gusts are probably a little bit higher than that. I did see a gust of 22 over towards Augusta, but that's about it. I mean, 22 miles per hour really isn't too big of a deal. Another good thing is that the snow is very fluffy, so I don't think we're going to see too many power outages, of course, compared to some other systems that we have seen. Now, over the next 5 hours, that snow is going to continue, and we do have the weather warning up for snow as we head through the nighttime tonight, and that continues into very early tomorrow morning. Again, the snow will end generally between about 3 to 6 a.m. If you are in areas like southern York County, it probably ends 3 o'clock in the morning, give or take a little bit. But as you head up towards areas like Augusta, Waterville, and over towards down east, especially, that's where it will end a little bit later. We're probably talking between about 5 to 6 a.m. in those cases. Now, for tonight, temperatures, again, are going to drop into the single numbers up towards the north. That's where we already have numbers running in the teens. And we are looking at temperatures running in the teens for the most part for the nighttime tonight. Single digits up towards the north, 8 degrees in Rumford, 6 degrees in Berlin. As you head down towards the coastline, plenty cold enough to snow, of course. This is going to be an all snow event. So you're going to wake up to just pure snow for tomorrow morning. We're not looking at any rain with this storm. We're not looking at any sleet or freezing rain or anything like that. This is a pure snow event. And the snow, again, is going to be a very fluffy snow as well. Now, again, the snow is going to continue as we head through the nighttime tonight. What you will notice is that the snow is going to band in places. And I say that because right now, for example, the Freiburg area is looking at a steadier snow compared to some areas. So you will notice that there's going to be some areas where it's darker blue, and 10 o'clock in the evening. That does not mean, of course, it's going to be perfect, but it is going to indicate that pretty much everywhere is going to be snowing. But on top of that, there is going to be some spots that band, have some heavier snow banding, I should say, through the nighttime tonight. So you're going to have times when it's going to snow very hard. And then there's going to be other times where maybe you're just looking at a flurry, but then it may be replaced by some heavier snow a half hour later or so. So that's going to be the case through the nighttime tonight. As we head into tomorrow morning, we are going to eventually see the snow wind down. And by the time we get to the mid-morning hours, that's when it's ending, and the clouds will eventually be replaced by some sunshine as we head into the morning hours on Monday. And then through the day on Monday, we are looking at plenty of sunshine out there, and that is going to continue into Tuesday. But that's not the story. The story tomorrow and the story Tuesday, as well as Wednesday, is going to be the cold temperatures. We are talking very, very cold temperatures across the region as we head through the next several days. By far the coldest temperatures we've seen so far this winter. Does that mean it's the coldest we see all winter? I mean, who knows, of course, but it is certainly possible because we are talking temperatures that are going to run in the single digits and teens for highs. Now, of course, I want to talk about how much snow we are expecting now through tomorrow morning. This is total snowfall accumulation. We are looking at it around, say, 4 to 8 inches down towards the southern part of the state. Now, the computer models, I will talk about that for a little bit because, well, we have yesterday, we had a lot of the computer models showing some, a little bit more in the way of precipitation totals. That kind of went down a little bit through the daytime today during the morning and early afternoon computer model runs. So I am, of course, following that trend. And I do think the best chance for some of those 8 inch amounts are going to be down east, especially. I do think that anywhere really in the dark blue, though, has that threat for 7-8 inches of snow. And there's going to be isolated higher amounts as well. Again, it's going to happen in some of those banding areas where you get some very heavy snowfall for an hour or two that could pile up a couple inches in an hour or two. So 4 to 8 inches in the southern part of the state. As you head up towards the north, that's where we are going to see around 3 to 6 inches of snow. And then up towards the far north, the mountains in particular, that's where, of course, it's plenty cold enough to snow up there. It's not so much that, it's just the fact that they're just a little too far away from the actual center of low pressure, which will be down 2 hours south. So again, the temperatures are plenty cold enough to snow, but it will be a little bit less up towards the north. Now, let's say hello to some people. Travis, hello to you. I hope you are enjoying the snow out there. And again, it's going to continue through the nighttime tonight. Desiree, good evening to you. How about the Portland area? What time will it stop? I think if you are in Portland in particular, I would say it ends between about 3 to 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. So if you are not an extremely early riser, you're probably going to wake up and it'll be cloudy, maybe even a little bit of sunshine will start to develop by 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. So most of this is done between about 3 to 5 a.m. Of course, there could be some scattered snow showers here and there, but overall, it is going to end during the morning hours. Barbie, hello to you. Good evening. A little snow followed by a little cold. Yeah, it's certainly going to be a little cold for the next couple days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I know a lot of people have Monday off, but not many people have Tuesday and Wednesday off unless you took the days off. You certainly want to grab the thickest winter coat you have. Grab the coat, grab the gloves, grab the hat, grab everything you need. It is going to be very, very cold out there for the next couple days, and that is going to again start tomorrow. Now, let's just get to the temperatures out there for the daytime tomorrow. I think we're talking temperatures tomorrow running in the teens to near 20 degrees. Now, you notice we are going to see cloudy skies at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, but then the sunshine's going to return. That's the good news, is because, of course, we'll take any sunshine we can get when the temperatures are in the teens, but it will also be a little bit windy out there for tomorrow. I mean, windy is really a relative term in this situation because we're probably only talking wind gusts to 20 miles per hour, but 20-mile-per-hour winds when the temperatures are between 15 to 19 degrees is very, very cold. You're going to have the wind chills running in the single digits for tomorrow. Not the best of days to go out for a walk, of course, but overall, it is going to be a dry day as we head into the daytime tomorrow. So that is some good news. Clouds will eventually give way to some sunshine. Now, here comes the cold. I wanted to show you this graphic. You can see that we are looking at a lot of this cold air coming in from the north, of course, and that very dark purple is really indicating the heart of the cold air, and that is coming in Tuesday and Wednesday. I think Tuesday and Wednesday are probably the coldest days of the next 3 or 4 days. I think tomorrow, I guess unless you factor in the wind, it will be cold. It'll be in the teens to near 20, but I think it's going to be even colder Tuesday and Wednesday, where we're looking at highs in the single digits up towards the north, and we'll see low to mid teens for many areas in the southern part of the state. And this is including the coastline as well. Lows will drop below zero for just about everybody, coastline included. With this northerly wind, you don't have the impact that the ocean can have when the winds are off the ocean from the south. So it is going to be very cold out there for Tuesday, very cold out there Wednesday, and even into the day on Thursday, it is going to be very cold as well, as the temperatures over the next 5 days or so are going to run in the teens for the most part. We are going to see temperatures. I would say that there's going to be some spots that see temperatures at night between 10, 20 below zero for a good part of the northern part of the state for Monday night, Tuesday night, even possibly into Wednesday night. We are talking temperatures that are going to be well below zero in some parts of the state, even down towards the coastline. We are going to see the temperatures below zero as well. So it eventually warms up a little bit as we head into the day on Friday, but that's really about average, if not even a little bit cooler than average for this time of the year. Now, let's get a look at the 7-day forecast. And again, we are going to see that the early morning snow for tomorrow. I was very hesitant to put even the snow shower in the icon because it's really not going to snow tomorrow. During the daytime, we are looking at dry conditions. If you're waking up at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, if you see any snow, it'll probably be a very light flurry passing through the state as this system moves on out of here, or at least your town. But that would be about it. The sunshine comes out most of the day. We are looking at a good amount of sunshine, but I do think we'll see a good amount of clouds during the early morning hours. And then again, the story of the week is certainly the cold temperatures. We are talking temperatures that will run in the teens for the most part, and then maybe topping out around 20 degrees along the coastline for the day on Thursday, and below zero at night, certainly. Even down toward, for areas inland, it will be even a little bit cooler than that. We're talking temperatures that will run well below zero in some cases at night. I'm telling you, there's going to be some spots. Now, I will say that these temperatures, when you factor in like what town we're looking at, because of course, when you say inland, that could mean many areas in the state of Maine, because these are not the temperatures that you're going to see up towards Rangeley. These are not the temperatures you are going to see up towards Jackman. If you are in Rangeley, if you're in Jackman, if you're in those areas up towards the mountains, especially for some areas with higher elevations, those highs are going to be 4-5 degrees, and we are talking temperatures at night that will run 20 below zero, if not even colder than that in some cases, up towards the northern mountains. A lot of these numbers that you see are areas like Augusta, areas like Lewiston, places like that. So as you head up towards the northern mountains, we are talking temperatures that will be even colder than that as we head through the next couple of days. But of course, we do moderate a little bit as we head through the end of the week. Temperatures will run in the 20s to low 30s for the most part, which is a little bit, I guess you could say around or about average for this time of the year. And I will say, I was also looking at a little like later down the road, say another week or two down the road, there may be another little bit of a cold shot as we head through next week. And that is something we, of course, will continue to watch. So let me say hello to a few more people. And Kimberly, hello to you. I hope you're having a great evening. Brian, got the earmuffs ready. That's what I like to hear. You're certainly going to need them as we head over the next couple days, especially. So it is going to be very cold out there. I hope you guys are all again having a great evening. Just be prepared for very slippery roads tomorrow morning. It is going to be very slippery out there if it's not already. It is, snow's already starting to pile up for many areas. So hope you guys have a great evening, and just stay warm over the next couple days. Overall, though, this upcoming week, we are looking at a mostly dry week. So once we get through tonight and into early tomorrow morning, the only thing that I was watching was a storm down to our south around that Friday, Saturday time frame. Right now, it doesn't look like it's going to impact us, but there is still some computer models that show a storm down to the south, and I'm talking like way south. So it is something to watch. Maybe it moves up to the north. We'll see. We will continue to update that over the next couple of days. I hope you guys have a great evening and stay safe, and I will talk to you guys soon. And tune in at 10, 11 o'clock tonight, and we will continue to update you on that forecast. Have a great night.